Yeah, I mean, has anybody ever had a perfect bracket before?
I think it's happened occasionally, but it's usually like some lady who let their dog pick, or like so like you hear about it like some random person who used some random method. Like I picked based on like whose mascot I liked more
Mm.
or something, or like I just like flipped the coin the entire time, or like I had my baby do it.
Who do you have winning?
That
Hmm?
seems very unverifiable.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
just stuff
that.
I've heard of, right? But
That's why we got the internet. Run that through Bill Gates so he can drop me my money.
yeah,
Or is
Okay.
it Warren Buffett? One of the two. They
It
both.
was Warren. Ain't
they're
nobody.
both rich.
It's definitely
Yeah,
good. It's definitely Bill Gates.
yeah.
Hey,
I don't know where the money come
who do you? Fact.
from.
That's fact. Oh, man, that was a real statement ever. Who do you have winning though, Calvin? As of right now, from who you know is in it.
Gonzaga,
Okay.
like it's like the thing is like Gonzaga is the team like anybody who's like paid any attention at all probably has winning, or at least in the title game. Because like you have
Yeah, they
because
had
I
that
think
one
it's
dude.
just hmm?
They had that one dude who scored 30. Big, tall, white dude.
Yeah, Drew Timmy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of big, tall white men, but but he really did his thing though. But they got old dude, Suggs.
They
Jalen
got
That
yeah,
guy
they
is
got Timmy, they got Suggs, they have Kispert.
Suggs is
Yeah.
nasty. like and I just found out now, I just found out like the other day that he could have went to any college to play quarterback football play football as a quarterback also coming out of high school.
You're
He was
kidding,
just
right?
like a huh?
You're kidding, right?
No, not at all. He could have went to any college to play quarterback in high school.
Are you? You're kidding. Calvin, didn't we have this conversation at like the beginning of like the college basketball season? How you don't do recruiting, right? Like we talked about this.
Man,
Mm.
I don't listen to that's what we're talking about, bro. I be here, but I don't be here. Listen, that's y'all world, and I'm okay with letting you do your work. I'm okay with letting you do your world. But sometimes I just I be daydreaming. I'm not gonna front. I'll be daydreaming because like high school. Look, I stopped paying attention to high school basketball when I stopped getting East Bay magazine.
Mm.
That's just not my world. I'm I'm a I'm a Kansas March Madness waiting for Mookie to get up to the college ranks so I can watch him, just like I did for Zion, college basketball fan, but an NBA fan. I'm an NBA fan. NBA fan, college basketball fan, about February. And then before that, I don't know no more. And that's your world, not mine. So if you mentioned that this man was a dual athlete and could have, went anywhere to play both basketball and football, then I'm highly sorry. I'm highly sorry. But I know now.
You are highly sorry. Do your research when you come on the show, big dog.
I, I,
But
I did.
anyway, but like yeah, Gonzaga is the team that like anybody with any sense is like they're winning it because like they have two dudes who are like who average just shy of 20 a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Suggs averages double figures. They got a bunch of other good players. Like for example, and granted, like I didn't really see much of the first half of the Gonzaga Oklahoma game earlier today, but looking at some of the tweets is just like Oklahoma played an amazing first half and they were still down. Like the kind of game where if they're playing any other team, they're up by double digits. But they're not playing any other team, they're playing Gonzaga, who who can do basically whatever they want, whenever they want as a team.
That's what happened
Like
when you got like 4 or 5 future NBA players, bro. Like you can get like have you seen the point differentials so far? Like did you see the point differential for Gonzaga and Norfolk?
like Gonzaga's beaten every rank. Like the only team they haven't beaten by double digits this season is West Virginia, I think, who they beat by like 5. But everybody else has been double digits. They played their games in the with like in conference play. That's supposedly like they played poorly and won anyway. Like they're a problem. Like, watch one of their games next week. Like, for real. But like this year, right? It's basic like coming into the tournament. It's basically them and Baylor and everybody else. But like even Baylor has like a clear vulnerability in that like if you can chase them off the line or like get in their face and make them shoot poorly from three, they're gonna have problems. Like in the games that they lost, that's what happened. They didn't shoot well from three, and they don't get to the line. Like they don't, and they don't shoot well when they're there. So like there's a clear blueprint to beat Baylor. Whether or not you can pull it off is a whole separate question, but it exists at least. Gonzaga, there is no such proof on how to beat them.
It's really nice to see that Gonzaga might go like completely undefeated this year and win the championship. Like that just makes for a really good story, right?
When's the last time Gonzaga won a championship?
I don't think Gonzaga has.
They never have.
Yeah.
See, I kind of like that. Never mind.
Like the last time they went was like 4 or 5 years ago. They still had Hachimura on the roster.
It's just easy jokes to be like, yeah, Gonzaga, they're doing real good this year, and then they lose and don't win a championship again. So like this year, it looks like that those jokes are gonna have to cease from existing anymore for like the next 20 years at least, because it looks like they're on their way to being all the good players in the mid-major market. You know what I mean? Like that rhetoric's gonna be completely gone now. And R.I.P. to the Gonzaga jokes, because it's about to be a wrap for us.
As college basketball, if you want to be an elite level hater, all you have to do is have the mindset of what have you done for me lately. In 2022, we can go back to saying, especially if they don't repeat, we can just go back to saying that they don't win.
I think my Duke hatred.
It's gonna be a while before they win again.
I think my Duke haterish or hater aneurysms. I don't even know what the word is. I think my Duke. It's not really hatred. It's just my clownish takes on Duke satisfy me enough for all of college basketball, honestly. Because do I hate Duke? Yeah. Do I like Jason Tatum? A lot. Do I like Brandon Ingram? A lot. Do I like Zion Williams? A lot. But I think, Tyrus Jones, I hate him. So like it's like I think my Duke like unreasonable hate is enough for him to carry me over for at least 5 years without Gonzaga being in the mix too. Which I don't hate Gonzaga. I just think it's fun to make fun of them. The average person doesn't even know where Gonzaga is.
I'm not even gonna pretend. I think my mom just told me like she thought it's in like Florida or something. I don't remember where exactly she thought it was. I know where it's at, but like I can understand people who don't pay as much attention not quite knowing.
People need to say Kansas State. People need to say Oregon State. Ohio University. If they don't say nothing like that, they're like, ask people where Oral Roberts is.
Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, not you.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Oral Roberts is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Very Christian school, named after evangelical. Now,
nice.
Why do I know the history of Oral Roberts? I don't know. Because I'm a history guy, I guess. There's literally absolutely no reason why I know that, but I do, but like that's why I know where Oral Roberts is. I don't know who's the last person to hoop at Oral Roberts that we know the name of. We don't even know the names of people today.
In fairness, I mostly didn't know how to pronounce the name.
It's
Oral?
It's A-Smith, by the way.
A-Smith.
A-Smith.
I looked it up.
All right.
He looked up. How do you enunciate this?
Oh, I had to, bro. It's killing me.
No, I'm mad at it though. Yeah. But nah, Alan, who do you think's gonna win the entire thing? Be fun, Alan. Be fun. Don't say Gonzaga. Be fun.
No, I can't do it. I'm all for the chaos after the way they ragdolled Kansas, I was fully on board, and then they ragdolled everybody else, and now they're probably just going to ragdoll everybody else. Like, I
That's
don't
what
think
it seems like.
Creighton will be like the better competition, but I don't think Ohio's going to do much against Gonzaga if they win. And then
It's looking. It's at least right now. It looks like Creighton might. It's probably not.
Creighton almost got them up by 20.
You said what?
Creighton almost beat them by 20.
There's still a lot of game left though.
Yeah, like
it's called basketball.
Yeah,
Let's come
like
back
it's
to
just not really hard. And then you look, if Kansas pulls off the win, we already know what happens there. USC, that's a decent change of pace, but I don't know if USC has like 1.5 pros right now, as far as I'm concerned, coming out of the front court.
KU has none.
I'm not really worried about them winning. Like at the beginning of the show, I opened up with them losing to USC. I don't really think they're going to have too much for Evan Mobley. But on the off chance that it happens, and then with UFC 1.5 pros in the front court, that's not enough to stop Gonzaga. They got like 2. And then Oregon and Oregon, what they gonna do to Gonzaga? That's a flaw in the windshield. Like it's really up to them.
Man, it went from upset, this is so fun to we already know who's gonna win real quick.
Well,
I mean, that's
like,
usually what happens in the Sweet 16, right? Where it's like, okay, we know who it is.
Yeah, it starts.
I mean, that's not true though.
The second weekend starts getting like a lot of chalk.
That's not always true though, because since I've been paying attention to college basketball, this has been like I started paying attention to college basketball in like 2008, right? So I can't speak to before that, but since then, I can remember only being one team going, they're gonna win. That's the Anthony Davis team. That's the only, and KU was in a championship against them, and I was like, I'm gonna hype for this because I just know we're not gonna win. You know what I mean? Like the Anthony Davis Kentucky team is the only team I remember where it's like is gonna win. People wanted to feel that way with RJ Barrett and Zion, but like they didn't. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, the team dynamic didn't look as seamless. This Gonzaga team, the team looks seamless. Just like the, what is that, 2012 Kentucky team. So it doesn't happen that often, I guess.
And it's like the thing where I think the difference between like, that Kentucky team and this Gonzaga team and a lot of other, like teams that finished, best team in the country and all that, is like there's a level of dominance there in the games that they've played. Like I remember in that championship game, right? They were talking about that Kentucky team and like you can count the number of minutes they've been down all season on one hand. Like there's a level of dominance that Kentucky team and to this point this Gonzaga team has had that like very few other teams have had.
Yeah, they always have. I mean, all like there's that, and they just have that player where you're like, they might not lead their whole team and everything, but they're just like, oh, he nice. Like he nice. And that was Anthony Davis, right? He was just like flat across the board and everything, but you were just like, yeah, in 5 years, he's nice now, but in 5 years he's gonna be like stupid. If and that would have been the case if he just wasn't hurt all the time. Suggs is like, yeah, he's stupid. Like he's like that. He's like that good. You know what I mean? So there's like a lot of like similarities in like there's a lot of similarities in those teams that like you can definitely look out and be like, this is gonna be the case. Now, do I hope it's a little more interesting than that? Yeah, but it won't be.
I mean, like it's probably not as far as the Gonzaga part, but like there are plenty of games left to play for everybody else because everybody else has flaws. But also like I picked Houston to be in the title game, and we'll see how that ages. Mostly because they'd be playing Baylor in the like hypothetically, if my bracket were completely correct, like they'd be playing Baylor in the Final Four, and like I said, Baylor has issues when they can't make threes. And Houston is very, very good at making you a terrible team shooting, just kind of period. Like one of the best defenses in the country. And truth be told, if hypothetically, right, either Houston or even like Loyola Chicago were to run up on Baylor in the Final Four, Baylor has a similar problem um, of like trying to get their offense going against teams that are very, very good at making sure teams don't do what Baylor like. Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. Um, if you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. Um, you can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.